Hey guys, Tad from Attack of the Killer podcast here with another Patreon exclusive video update. As always, thank you for supporting our Patreon page. We really appreciate it. That's why we do these videos, just for you. So I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to try not to ramble on this one, but I might because I've been waiting for this for so long. When I started collecting action figures, which if you've watched these videos before, you know has been quite a while. All of my adult life, most of my teenage life, and I've always felt like we've gotten so many villains. It's very rare we get heroes like Ash and McCready and that. But the one thing we don't get a whole lot of are the females, and unless they're sort of like the lead badass, like Kill Bill right there, or Sherry from Grindhouse. Got some Grindhouse over there, but and of course Ripley right here. But one I felt like has been missing from everyone's collection for all these years has been sort of the original OG Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis, also known as Laurie Strode from Halloween. So that's what I'm doing today. NECA finally listened to people, and I'm not blaming them. She's not necessarily the most interesting character to put in action figure form, but thankfully NECA snagged the 2018 Halloween license. They still don't have the 78 back, I guess. Akkad is not the easiest to work with. He wants a lot more money than NECA thinks it's worth. So I'm not going to get too far into that, but obviously I have a lot of Halloween 78 merchandise. I have all of NECA's original stuff, but now it fetches a lot of money on eBay because they haven't made it in quite a while, and people want that stuff, and they know they want it, but they simply don't want to pay the price tag. But like I said, luckily, Blumhouse put out the new Halloween last year that I loved, and they released a new Michael Myers. They're releasing a Halloween 2 Michael Myers later this year, which you will definitely get a video review on here of, because that's been another one I've been waiting forever for. Luckily, Universal picked up the license. They made Halloween 2, and they're probably a lot easier to work with than the Akkads and Trancas for the first film. So NECA was smart. They picked up the Halloween 2 license, sort of like Trick or Treat Studios did when they were making the masks. And we're getting a Halloween 2 Dick Warlock Michael Myers, which is one of my favorite looks for him. And I know it sort of comes off like I'm a dickhead, but I own like 3 or 4. Maybe I'm looking at them now. I probably own like 5 different Michael Myers from the original Halloween done by NECA, and it would be hard to top. The sculpt is awesome. Everything about it is pretty awesome. I know people like the Ultimate figures with all the articulation, but Michael Myers walks or falls. That's pretty much what or stabs. That's what he does. So I think the knee and hip and all that articulation is a little over the top. They struggle to even make the new Halloween action figure an Ultimate. There really wasn't a reason to put all of the articulation on him, and they sort of struggled to give him enough accessories to warrant doing an Ultimate figure. Halloween 2 figure, they're doing the extra head. They're doing the pumpkin from the second movie. They've got the syringe. They've got the scalpel, the knife. Ben Tramer, they have his head, which you can. Who wants a Ben Tramer figure? But they got to throw something in there to make it worth your money. But anyways, we finally got, thanks to Blumhouse and NECA, we finally got a Laurie Strode. So this has been out probably a couple weeks now. I just got it this week. So glad to finally be doing this review because this is long overdue. I have a Dr. Loomis. I have a Michael Myers. We needed Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode is just as important to the Halloween mythos as Loomis and Michael. Some might argue that, but I don't. But anyways, check out the, it's an Ultimate figure. So they have, it's in a nice keepsake box, collector friendly. If you don't want to open it, it has the nice window, but here's some cool pictures. Spoiler alert, what it looks like. I always like these pictures on the back because it gives me ideas for poses. Obviously, they're going to try to put her in the best poses to make her look good. So I want to try to mimic those sometimes when I set mine up. So, got the Halloween, the top, the bottom, the front, the back, the sides, all the credits on the bottom, as usual for NECA. These are starting to hit targets. My friend Adam got one in Burlington. I had pre-ordered mine because I'm sort of sick of the hunt, especially at Target. It's really, really hit or miss, and this is one I did not want to let slip through my fingers, so I just ordered it, be done with it. What I really do like is the box art. It's really cool because, the Michael that they put out a couple, maybe last year or end of last year, just had the mask here, the silhouette, and now we have, Laurie's face front and center. On the back it says, it's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night. She now faces a terrifying showdown where Michael returns to Haddonfield, Illinois, but this time Laurie is ready for him. Includes shotgun, rifle, revolver, knife, sheath, and 2 interchangeable heads. So, let's open her. Got a cool picture, as always, of the figure. She's holding looks like the shotgun in that picture. But, as I just said, she comes with 2 heads. She comes with an extra hand for holding, I'm guessing, the knife. Comes with a shotgun, a rifle, a sort of tactical boot knife also. It's a bit of a stretch to make this one an Ultimate 2, just like Michael. I mean, when you see what comes with Pennywise, that's over here. There we go. And the other Pennywise, for about the same price, I mean, you're getting like 5 balloons, 2 heads, 6 hands, a bow, all kinds of shit. They've done 2. They'll have 2 releases of the original Tim Curry Pennywise soon, and I think they already have 5 of the new Pennywise out because he has so many accessories that. Oh, and they also did a Pennywise accessory kit. So they can keep stretching that license out until, I don't really think they're doing a second movie. They don't need to because that would be a whole new licensing deal. There's no reason to. They can just keep throwing together new Pennywise figures. But why that relates to this is I feel like to try to get some more money out of collectors, they do these Ultimate figures, which is nice. The box is really nice and they have the articulation, but for Ultimate, they have to give you a ton of accessories to consider Ultimate, When I first started collecting, every action figure had like 3 or 4 accessories and a very intricate base that it stood on. And those days are long gone. Now, nothing comes with a base anymore. That's out of the question. They don't even, they do some dioramas that they sell, but bases are long gone. So now it's all about the 37 points of articulation so that Laurie Strode can do the splits, and throwing in extra hands counts for something. I don't know. I'm sort of over that part. But you know what? I'm going to keep buying it. I hope they, I don't see them making another Laurie, obviously, because she wears pretty much one outfit through the movie, and they struggled to put enough accessories. But let's get her open. Of course, if they did a 1978 Laurie, I'd be all over it, but it doesn't sound like they're any closer to working out a deal. Now, really cool backdrop here. Laurie's house in the new movie. You can see the sort of lights and stuff on the top of the house. If you haven't seen the movie, I don't recommend going much further in this review because I will spoil some stuff. But she's sort of paranoid in this new movie, ready for Michael because she knows he's coming back. She knows he's going to escape, but not Michael's sister in this movie. Anyways, I got my clips ready. I've learned my lesson over these unboxing videos that you guys don't like to watch me try to get the twisty ties out, so I just clip them. It goes so much faster. It's not like this is a very bulky, intricate figure. It only has 2 twisty ties, which is fantastic because I hate those things. So yeah, very simple action figure. I mean, like I said, there's a reason they haven't done a Laurie before, because she's just a lady. And I'm not saying just a lady. She's obviously a very important part of the Halloween mythos. But when NECA makes action figures, you know, that if there's a movie with lots of demons and monsters and stuff, they tend to make those more so than the humans for a good reason, because those are visually more appealing for action figures. You know, we're getting a little more niche in the selections nowadays. They're doing like Golden Girls and shit, and Karate Kid. It's interesting to see that it's trending back towards that. But we used to be able to, we used to get some crazy stuff. Now, it has to be visually interesting. But yeah, I mean, if you hadn't seen Halloween and you saw this on the shelf, you'd be like, "Oh, it's old white lady, cool." It's like Trevor's mom, neat. Hey, look. But to Halloween fans, it's been a long time in the making to finally get a Laurie Strode action figure, and she's such a badass in the new movie. So, yeah, she has a really detailed jacket. She's got her cross necklace on, a little slop on the paint, but overall pretty good. The sculpt is really good. NECA always nails the likeness. It's always a little rough with female hair or longer hair in general to get the sculpt down right. There seems to be some weird gloss on the paint. I don't know if I just need to wipe it down or something, but the top of her head has a little more gloss than the rest of it. Like her hair's wet or greasy, sort of. But, pretty standard. I mean, NECA always nails it with the details. She's got her sort of, I don't know, military-style jacket with all the pockets. She's locked and ready to roll for Michael when he comes back. And she has two heads, because in the movie, she's older, she's wearing glasses now, and that's sort of the look I think of her in the new movie, because she's wearing glasses for the most of the movie. I'll probably switch that to that head, because they did a good job. One of the things I think is highly underrated by NECA that they've really done in recent years are the glasses on the head. I mean, when you're talking 7-inch scale, it's very hard to not make the glasses look super bulky. And the early Harry Potter figures they suffered from some pretty bad glasses. Like, it's very hard to get that tiny of a detail, make them look good without being completely fragile, or just sculpting them right to the head. And that's clearly what they did for this new Laurie figure, is they just, it's just part of the head now. And that's smart. Just include, like I said, they're probably struggling with finding accessories to give Laurie to make it an ultimate figure. So they're like, let's just, instead of giving her glasses as an accessory, just give her another head. They probably could have given us some emotion in one of the heads, because she sort of just has resting bitch face on both of them. And I'll show you the head with glasses, and I'm sort of looking at the sculpt now, and yeah, they're actually full glasses that it looks like I might be able to remove them. I'm not going to try too hard, but it probably won't zoom in on it or focus, but yeah, it's almost, I'm not sure if it is, it could be the same exact head sculpt but with glasses. Looks to be that way, which, like I said, yeah, it's the same head sculpt. They should have done at least a little bit of a different expression, but when they were making these 7-inch figures, the cost is all in the tooling. And what that is like the metal molds that they, put the plastic into and make the action figure. The cost isn't in the plastic of the action figures or the manufacturing of them per se, or the painting or any of that. It's every time you have a new part for the body. So like this upper arm, elbow, arm, hand are all, they're all molded separately using metal tooling, and that's where the cost is, which, in the past they didn't do these ultimate figures. They didn't have a whole lot of articulation, so it took less tooling. Personally, I don't give a shit if Laurie Strode has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation in each arm. I don't really see why she does, especially, and I guess this is more so important than like Michael, because why does Michael need all these points of articulation? Like I said, he walks almost robotically, stabs and falls down. Like, we don't need... He barely bends his knees. He doesn't move his hips. Why do we need all that in an action figure? Just save on the tooling and help us with the costs on the action figures. Make them a little cheaper. I don't know. They know what they're doing. But we got 2 heads. We've got the rifle here, which is a pretty standard rifle. I'm sure they've used this for, everything from Captain Spaulding to different... I probably have 5 of these things over all these action figures. I have tons of weird accessories. Got her shotgun, which is, the single pump, awesome, badass shotgun that she has. Revolver that she carries around. This is the first gun she uses in the new Halloween to shoot Michael. Shoots him, I think, in like the neck, like grazes his neck, and then knife that will fit into her sheath, I guess is what it's called, in her hip. So yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to say about this thing. It looks great. The biggest, just getting it made is a huge feat, and they did an awesome job. The head sculpt is the most important. When you're doing a just sort of normal human action figure, not a monster, you really have to nail that likeness, or it's sort of just, why do it if you can't nail the likeness, That's the one thing you have to do. And they did it. They did an awesome job. It looks just like Jamie Lee Curtis in a new movie. They did a great job. Sometimes they have, for some reason, NECA in the past has been known to sort of flub female likenesses, and they've really flubbed some male likenesses too. Like, go look up their John McClane, Die Hard, and their Phantasm Tall Man action figures. Likenesses aren't that great, and I don't think that the Patrick Bateman from American Psycho is all that great, but those are like, 15 years old now, 10 years, probably 15 years old now, maybe even older. But some of their female stuff, they just have a hard time getting it down, but they nailed it. I'm glad that we finally have a Laurie Strode. When I end this video, I'm gonna pop on her other head, because you don't need to see me basically just pull it off and pop on the new one, but it's sort of a struggle. I don't need to do it on the camera, but I'll set her up, put her on my shelf next to Dr. Loomis and Michael and Baby Michael and Ghost Michael and Rob Zombie's Michael and Funko Michael and Super 7 Reaction Michael and Funko Mini Michael and Funko Pop Michael. You get the idea. She'll be up there on the shelf where she belongs, finally home. So that's my quick review. I don't know if my camera will not focus on her. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that's my review. Go get it if you are a Halloween fan. You already know about this. You probably already own it and are bored with this review. But thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the podcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching these videos. Leave a comment. I'll try to comment back. Jason lets me know if people have commented. So we love hearing feedback on these. If you want more of this, let me know. If you want less of it, let me know. And again, thanks for everything. Have a good one. See ya.